I'm Scarlett. Thanks for watching my demo reel. During the first minute, you'll find clips from anchoring and crosstalk and just some funny conversations we've had during the shows. And then after that, you'll find a full A block from a recent newscast. Stay tuned. High school seniors from Oklahoma are enjoying their senior trip in the Ozarks, but that was not the original choice of destination. The students were supposed to fly out of Springfield to Orlando, Florida yesterday until they say they were scammed. Arkansas State Police are investigating after a man in Polk County was shot and killed by deputies. We've been talking about flirting with record highs and how hot it is so early on. Is this any indication of how hot it could get later this summer? He says no middle name, no last name, just yay. A soccer coach at Springfield Catholic High School is on administrative leave amid an investigation. The total number of overdose deaths in Springfield outpaces the national average and is one of the fastest growing causes of death for men and women of all ages. While many local businesses are closing their doors in a rocky economy, a restaurant in Forsyth is willing to take the risk reopening their doors. And if you're curious, Missouri did not make the top 20, but here's my question. Is this the most polarizing candy of all time?
This is Ozarks Fox News at 9.
Europe's largest nuclear plant is on fire in Ukraine after a Russian assault. Good evening and welcome to Ozarks Fox News at 9. I'm Scarlett. A European official tells Fox News China asked Putin to delay the invasion of Ukraine until the Olympic Games wrapped up. Fox News correspondent Jillian Turner details how close the two countries are. The mass exodus to safety continues as the war in Ukraine intensifies. Hundreds more civilians fled Kyiv today as the fighting escalated in the capital city. Refugees packed into trains and headed for Lviv, where they were greeted by volunteers offering food and advice about the next step in their journey. The United Nations reports at least 1 million people have fled Ukraine in the weeks since Russia's invasion, warning at this rate the exodus could become, quote, the biggest refugee crisis this century. You may have seen the People's Trucker Convoy headed to Washington, D.C. that passed through Springfield. Now another group of truckers left from North Little Rock to meet up in the nation's capital. They were met by supporters holding signs and waving flags. One participant says that they were concerned about the possible erosion of constitutional rights in the aftermath of the pandemic. The convoy is set to arrive in Washington, D.C. next Monday, March 7th. More money going toward the fight against human trafficking in Arkansas. The Arkansas Coalition Against Sexual Assault is getting funding from the American Rescue Plan. Organizers talked about the $6.3 million grant at a news conference in Little Rock. The coalition says the pandemic has impacted the ability to help victims of human trafficking. This money will help increase access to services. A portion of the funding will be used to hire 12 more human trafficking victim advocates. The Rescue Plan grant was awarded by the Governor's Steering Committee. The world's largest online retailer is teaming up with a college here in Springfield to train workers. OTC will provide hourly Amazon employees a chance to pursue more than 40 degrees and short-term training opportunities. The program is an education benefit that encourages employees to learn new skills for career success at Amazon. Amazon employers interested in attending OTC should visit otc.edu/Amazon. Ozark High School is opening a second campus to help make a big school feel small. The Ozark Innovation Center is opening in August to ensure students feel connected with other students and teachers. The model will feature 6 topics for students to choose from, including health sciences, industrial and engineering technology, arts and communication, and more. In more local news tonight, the Springfield Art Museum received a $5 million grant for its capital campaign project.
Yeah, that project.
Thanks, Sydney. Springfield is creating a visitor experience team. It'll help welcome the large number of visitors expected for the Bass Pro World's Fishing Fair. The 5-day fishing fair celebrates Bass Pro's 50th anniversary. Bass Pro Shops put on a World's Fishing Fair in Springfield back in 1988. More than 250,000 people came. They're expecting a big crowd again. The event starts March 30th. Coming up next, a new study could end a restriction that prevents gay and bisexual men from donating blood. How this could help future blood shortages coming up next. Keep it here.